Esta conferencia comenzará a grabarse.
And I usually share these records with the European Commission for your information. Okay.
Okay,
and
that's fine.
They
So I
used
need
to
to put
see
a
that.
nice voice.
Okay.
Great. Okay,
Because
so
this is very
basically,
important information at this moment. Okay.
Sure, for sure. Okay, basically, I think what we are looking for here is to coordinate better the efforts that we're all doing locally. So in the life science sectors, obviously, there are many people working research at this point of time in finding, running to find cures, treatments, and so on and so forth. I think the clusters that I represent are very connected to the ecosystems locally. And what we want is to organize better the support between each other. So to just give you a quick example that I think I mentioned yesterday, but obviously when the crisis started in Italy, the cluster managers from Lombardy regions in the life science sector, she sent to me let's say concrete demands of material, concrete demands of services that they were looking for that they could not do at local level. So that was fastly spread amongst our members, and also because of the trust factor, because we know each other for a long time. We're about 40 members now. It was a very quick response that was organized. So German clusters could help to find the concrete company and send that to the Italian clusters. And so the contact was made faster. I think we're not a huge association, so I don't have a lot of means, let's say, to like you might have more in terms of creating maps and so on, that I think that are amazing tools that we should be able to use. I think our members locally have a lot more power to do, like they said yesterday, do concrete mapping, do matchmaking platforms, and so on and so forth. But at local level, what we're looking for that we can bring in also maybe that we can use is other good practices that are being done, just like yours, that we can help in the matchmaking of needs in the life science sector. So like I said before, for example, in terms of material, in terms of research, I think we can also help, maybe not, I personally, maybe not in the very short terms in the emergency, but also in the mid and longer terms, in terms of the cure developments, because a lot of the companies that are involved in finding cures or researching into it are members of somehow some of our clusters. So I think that's pretty much what I can, just like this, because like I said, from yesterday till today already things are changing and moving, but I think there's a really big will of collaboration. So people want to collaborate. What I can do is to try to channel and funnel, let's say, the demands and the needs, but also the offers of people. So I think that's what we can bring to the table. And I saw the launch of the ECCP, let's say, a space for collaborating yesterday. I have to look into it. But again, I think from that sector that we represent a lot of people, a lot of companies, but the clusters are like, I think they're good connectors. So that's what we can do, and that's what we want to do. But also to share better the needs of the emergency sites towards those that are not there yet, or that hopefully not getting there, and to bring solutions.
Wonderful. Just for the information of everyone here,
Yes.
this CCCP new space for fighting the coronavirus will be coordinated by us, by the European Cluster Alliance. Lisa will play a key role on that area also. You are invited to contribute with your cases, your documents, your experiences. It's very important to make that area a real exchange of real platform of exchanging needs and experiences. Okay.
So, I have a question. Sorry, Antonio, just quick, because this morning, unfortunately, I have to I have a telco after another, but I wanted at least to be there a few minutes. I have a question regarding that space. Is there like, because I was going to send amongst our members a concrete survey to help to kind of detect good cases and what they're doing more concretely. Is there a format that you already have in mind in terms of what, how you're going to organize? I've not looked at it, so I'm sorry, but
for the
use,
best cases, it will be good to
yes.
create one format. I'm
Do you
sure
want
that
me to do
Nina,
that? I can do that.
please do that.
Okay, okay. So I'll
It's
do
a
that
great
and I'll send
contribution.
it to you.
And nice before you leave, okay?
Yeah,
Because
no,
this.
I'm here still for about 15 minutes. So.
Okay. Yes. So in any case, 50 minutes is a short time. I will summarize now some the point that we were speaking at the beginning. Yesterday during this meeting, we decided to launch a call for another meeting in the afternoon at 5 o'clock p.m. And there were it was very urgent, so probably most of the involved people were not aware. Okay. In any case, we joined 16 attendants from mainly from Italy. I was surprised because I think that we had something like 5 or 6 persons from Italy, Spain and Portugal, and one person that I don't know from where. Okay, and the call was for experts on respirators. We don't want curious people. We don't want experts. A meeting for experts. Okay, and the fact was that as Aurora said, there were very interesting exchange of experiences, okay? But for me, the key point was that at the end, there were a real opportunity of collaboration between two teams. The team from Asturias, that is one of the most advanced here in Spain, had as the main problem the control of the airflow, okay, and this seems to be the most deep area of expertise of Aurora's team. So as far as I know, they agreed to collaborate closely during the next 2 days. Okay, is that true, Aurora?
Forever, Antonio, forever.
Yeah, that's very good. And we have agreed to have another meeting next Sunday at 10 o'clock Central European Time. So I will send to you the information, but please relay it to the experts, scientists working on that area. We only want experts. We don't want curious people, because if not, we will have a lot of people speaking without real interest in or real additions. Okay, so we want to limit it to the experts. Okay, we will publish
Do
it.
you want? Okay, in the sense of publishing it, do you want, because sometimes if it's very open and we share it amongst all the network, then you might get
No,
very
what
different
we
people.
will, what I will do, if you agree, is split the call widely, okay, but not giving the link, but indicating that those that wants to join the meeting contact with us, for example, okay? It could be with you. For your knowledge, the link will be the same that you are using today. It's always the same, because it's the link for the European Cluster Alliance, and we are using GoToMeeting. So it's always the same link, okay? But we will not split it openly, just to avoid this kind of. I don't want to. I think that doesn't make sense to have 100 people hearing and to contributing. Okay, it will be make a lot of noise. Okay.
Just a question. Do you know the Italians that came in yesterday? Were they? Do you have any idea? Because the Italian partners, when we finished the call yesterday, they asked me, and so I sent them and I know they moved things around, so I don't know if that came from there or not.
I can give you the. I can give you the names.
Were they interesting? That's what I mean. I mean, and also Aurora.
There were one guy from the Italian engineering college,
Okay.
okay, and mostly he told us that they have designed a system to validate the new mostly not, they are not developing as far as I understood. If I am wrong, please correct me, Aurora or Nina. Okay, they are buying from outside, and they have developed a methodology to validate those equipment that they are buying. Okay.
As far as I understood, Antonio, they're not only validating because they're only buying those that are already recognized. They're helping to create rules for the correct use on the right situations.
Yeah, you are right. It was, yeah, you are right.
Okay.
And
Okay, but in any case,
I can say you, it was Ventimiglia, Roberto Belliato, Marco Cioffi, Lorenzo Ciarutini, Giovanni Bernovic. And there were also one person from DG Santé, from the European Commission, that was Joanna Drogowaska.
Okay. In any case, I will move it also to all my networks, let's say, but in a more targeted manner. So we ensure that the people that join are not just anybody, but people that can collaborate. Okay. Got it.
So my feeling was that it was useful. Aurora, do you agree with that?
I did not understand the question, sorry.
My feeling was that it was useful, the meeting.
Oh, very useful. Really, really useful. Everyone got aware of what's going on and everyone was open to help. These Ventimiglia guys, they were explaining that they were creating the rules for the use and everyone can share that. They said that they would share. We shared. Everyone was happy. For the wrong reasons, of course, because it's because of disease, but everyone was happy to help.
So, perfect. We need to continue this work. Okay, let's welcome Francisco.
Hello, Francisco speaking from Brussels. Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
Hello, Antonio.
Welcome also Annette. Okay, Annette. Okay, in any case.
Annette is, I think is there, no?
Yes, I see Annette Rusanov, but she must be without sound, I suppose. No problem. Okay, we were speaking about respirators, okay, and we are making a big call for next Sunday morning. We will repeat later, okay? So in any case, we were passing through the new guests to this group. So perhaps Gilles, could you speak about your network clusters and your experience, and what do you need from us? How will we help you?
Okay. First of all, so Greenwin, as I told you, is dedicated to three main sectors: green chemistry, green building, and environmental technologies. So we have 200 members. 70% are SMEs, but we have also universities. And you told me about an article you read yesterday on the Université Catholique de Louvain, which developed, let's say, an artisanal respirator. So I will try to contact them today to invite them for the call of Sunday. In terms of objective of my presence here, this is let's say by solidarity. Also, we have two main objectives. The first one is, of course, to identify if some of our members could provide with help and support to other clusters members. So I think we need to find a way to share this information. I don't know who speak about open sources. So we need to share all the information, but not only in our own region, because the solutions can be everywhere, and more specifically because Wallonia is very small region. But also what I'm expecting from this kind of call and this kind of network is also to share the best practice in the context of the crisis. I mean, how the European clusters manage this crisis, what kind of support you can propose, we can propose to our members now, but also after the crisis. Of course, I perfectly understand that now the focus is on the emergency, on the COVID-19 crisis, but I think in a short term, we will need to think about the after crisis, because many of our members are SMEs and they will meet some economic troubles. So maybe not now, once again, but I would like to continue this initiative for the COVID-19 after crisis. And I would like really know what you think and what kind of initiatives you are setting up for this crisis, but also for after the crisis. Of course, we as Greenwind, we already saw to some things we could do, and in the current time, we develop an initiative like we do today, but in our own region. I mean, who can provide with solution and who needs solution to our members. But I think more we are, more idea we will have. I would like to know on which initiative you are supporting to help and to support your members. Thank you.
It's clear. I think that everyone agrees on what you say. Now we are covering just the most urgent needs, but we need to think about our SMEs, and we are thinking about them just now. Just the focus is, but we are totally on the same page, and you are most welcome to join the efforts and to add your experience also. Thank you. Paul Plastipoli, sorry, I don't remember the name. Lisa told me. Yes. Patrick, yes. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you again to invite us to this group. From our side, we are trying first to connect people and connect information. Today, at the time being, everyone and the company itself are very much, let's say, submerged by data, and so this is our main first activities, and more actively speaking, what we have been working on with different companies to help them or to provide their capacities, manufacturing capacities for emergency products, safety or medical products. We have several. It can come from containers for medical liquid to element for mask and so on. So we have a group of companies that are already engaged for production of these new parts, and so this is a second let's say aspect. And also what we do is with some of them is to help them to work new development, new products according to the situation, and especially for masks today. for respirator, we do not have yet, let's say, an engaged company, but we want to keep ready for this if there is a need. We made a review with a French cluster about 3D printing capacity as well. So, but for instance, there is a call in France for supporting the initiative, and we are working on collaborative action between different companies to develop, let's say, new solution to produce masks. And what do to answer to your question, ECA and cluster, I think it's very important to share our initiatives, and as we do normally, for it's in a more normal way to work together and connect also companies. I think with your colleague in Portugal, you have this initiative to promote open source design for masks and so on. So we want to push this information to our network and make our best to support fruitful links.
Oh, wonderful. That is very interesting. We are working also on mask, okay, and we will be really interested in knowing what you are doing, because at this moment here in Spain, the big barrier is the material that is in contact with the mouth, okay, around the mouth, okay. The rights the best company doing that is 3M, but they have not liberated the specification and the designs. And I know we are in direct contact with the main group here that is working on that area. Also, there is a problem with the filters, and we are looking for alternative materials, textile materials, able to reach the sanitary quality required by the hospitals, but there are a shortage of this kind, because we have located at least two companies here in Spain that are able to do that, but they are too small to cover the need. Okay, so we can collaborate in that. It's very interesting.
And the point on this topic we have been working on the last days is to work with to connect this product manufacturer, product suppliers with in compliance with the regulation and homologation process. There have been also an activity in France with textile clusters. They have been very active for this. They published today from now some information about material and it's a guideline and it has been approved by the government how to let's say support industrial initiative in terms for textile products, for filters, and we want to continue this approach to be sure that all the initiatives are relevant, as you say, and with regard to the final use. And as I mentioned yesterday, on cluster side, maybe it's a more long term scape, but it would be very helpful to make the link between manufacturing or material cluster as we are and communities with life science and healthcare cluster, and we work together on many projects, but on today's case, how to really shorten let's say this loop between homologation, regulation, and be sure that we do not waste too much time.
Perfect. Anais is still here. I know that she is leaving, but this is a call for you.
Yeah.
For the European Association of Life Science.
Absolutely. If you want, we can connect, because the other meeting is not starting yet, so I'm still here. Do you want to maybe what I can do at French level? What is exactly, or with whom have you been collaborating?
You could speak in French if you prefer, and
what we had, we can call later on.
Yes, absolutely.
And
absolutely.
What we had, let's say, to be let's say express and explain, we had the last days we spend some time to find what kind of labs, what kind of institutes are in position to qualify filters and masks. And as it is, and we discover, because it was new for us, that on French side, this is it is a testing, the agreement is coming from the defense research labs. So so we hopefully we succeeded yesterday to connect the company working with us with this let's say institution and institute that will let's say analyze the solution and hopefully quickly will certify or confirm or not the quality of the product. So, but it took for us because it's completely new. Two weeks ago, we were not working on this, and the company as well. So this is an example.
Well, don't hesitate, and that goes for all of you. I mean, we know that's something that I know. The life science clusters now all over Europe. So if you have concrete questions, and especially because just what you said, and for the next days to avoid also that it takes time to find the right people. So don't hesitate to contact me and ask, because in France, for example, I think we have within the association, we must have, I think, 6 or 7 clusters that are pretty much representing the whole, let's say, French ecosystem. So don't hesitate, and that goes for all of you. And I mean, please do it, because that's at least I can feel that I do, and I help in that, because we know the people. So, and that goes for pretty much, we don't have so many, for example, partners, I would say, in the eastern side of Europe, but at least in Spain, France, Italy, yeah, I think we're in about 12 or 15 European countries. So if you need contacts, if you need concrete details, please use me. You can send my email directly.
We have a very good connection with the east side, so don't hesitate also to write a message that we will relay quickly to everybody.
Absolutely. But I think that's one of the things that can be very helpful from this group, and that we can use is that, because to avoid losing time in finding the right people, you can definitely use us, because I think we represent a lot of different ecosystems, but we know the people. So let's use this.
Yeah, we had yesterday, after the morning call session with you, we had a same session with French clusters, and we talked partly on this. And our colleague from textile mentioned clearly today that the risk is to waste time, and also to put not on the market, but let's say not relevant products. And so there is let's say a balance to keep between to go fast and but on the other hand to have a reliable and relevant product. And this is, I think, one of the major challenge today.
Okay, so I have to go now because they're waiting for me. Well, but please don't hesitate to send me a message, and then we can anyway have a talk today about the French situation of French clusters if you want, and I can give you a few contacts more if you need. Great.
Have you sent your contact? Okay, I will.
Yes, I'm contacted in LinkedIn, I think, from yesterday. So, but anyway, we can find each other, and we connect. Merci.
Perfect. Thank
Gracias.
you. Au revoir.
Hasta luego.
Thank you very much. I have right in the chat, just for your information, the model of the mask, or it's called mask in English, la pantalla, the screen, that the Spanish government has approved. Okay, it's not an official news, because they advanced me before publishing it. Okay, so it's still not published. But they called me directly from the ministry telling me we have decided to print that, please start the printing, because we are organizing our network of probably 5,000 printers between our printers and those of the makers. Okay, so we are not losing time waiting for the official approval. In the moment they approve the mask internally without all the rules, they told us to start printing, and that's one very valuable addition or resource for them. So just for information, if you have there the design, I don't know if you could, I don't know if you are working on others design or not, or you could use it just for your knowledge. Okay. Annette, welcome. Welcome.
Sorry, Antonio. Just as Patrick said, when you say you are ready to print, and so you have you have some prototypes, you have that you can 3D print. But do for you the homologation is solved in Spain? You know how to that your products can be printed and delivered to the hospitals. Your masks.
That is not still homologate, but the office, the Spanish government has told me directly start printing it, and they will directly then they will take the printers from our companies, the screens from our companies. They will go to the companies to take them and deliver to the hospital. That's an official official order request.
Okay.
But still not in the not published. But that's the value. They don't. They have not waited. They contacted me. I don't know. You know that we started making the inventory of resources 10 days ago, or in the Monday of the past week, because they told us, ULA told us, the European Commission told us, but also the Spanish Ministry of Industry told us, you need to make an inventory just to be ready when we publish the new standard, to make as much prints as possible in the fastest way. So we started with this inventory 10 days ago, or 11, I don't remember. Yesterday I received a call from the ministry, from the general director of the Fundación CEPIS, the person in charge, telling me, this is the model, you must start immediately, don't wait for the official publication. I have this in writing, not only in voice, okay? So this is the way to do it quickly, very quickly.
Yeah, this is efficient. Okay, I'm not sure it's possible in France, but yeah, this is efficient. And I was also confused by did you hear the speech of Ursula von der Leyen yesterday? She said that the Commission identified that we have sufficient medical equipment to supply all hospitals, because they did this mapping also of resources, and so it's a bit confusing, because then we say, I think, why are we doing all that? I mean, the companies need as well some protective masks to continue producing, to protect their own employees. So this is another challenge. But do you say that you had a meeting also with her? Do you have information?
We were speaking about the respirators, not about masks. No, at least while we were, Aurora, you were also there. I was late because I had another meeting before, and I had some technical problems. Did she speak about masks?
Yes. Sorry, I don't know if I have sound. Yes, now I do. Yes, I was now writing an email to you because the model that is spread around Portugal and is approved in several countries, is under approval in Portugal, is much more practical than the one that Spain approved. Okay, I was writing to ask you if you still could influence another approval in Spain, only because the model of Spain takes a long time to print, a lot longer time to print. It needs to be printed in larger printers, which are not that spread around. So I can send other models, whichever of you in different countries as to subject models to your governments or agencies, I'm really happy to share. So I'll send to you the model that is much more practical, easy to print, light in material, easy to substitute the acetatus, the crystal pellicula. There are several ways.
Is the model that you show us yesterday, could be?
Yeah. That let me put the image.
Please share the link in the chat for the rest of the attendants. It could be good, okay? And the question, I will relay to the government, but knowing then it will be near impossible to change the decision, I think. But I will relay it to the government.
Okay. The important is to have lots of them.
Yeah.
To have it as quick as possible.
As Lisa told us, the question is, did Ursula von der Leyen during the WebEx meeting spoke about mask, or I don't know, screen?
Well, in general, not about masks, but in general about the protection equipment. So
that's
everything is going to have easier ways to be approved.
Yeah, and another question. I didn't hear Ursula von der Leyen yesterday, so Lisa, I cannot. I didn't hear her. Okay, but I don't think that we have enough materials here in Spain. I don't know if it is in Poland or in I don't know where, but I know for sure that we are lacking a lot of material.
When you say materials, you're speaking about the filament to print?
No,
okay,
no, sorry.
No. What materials?
Protective elements, mask.
Already printed or available for local teams to print?
No, already printed or at disposal of the public authorities. We don't have all the elements that the sanitary teams need.
Okay, let me tell about this platform that is almost finished and will be shared. We are almost finishing a platform with a kind of app. All of us know about Uber, right? About the taxis. So this app is being built on this kind of same way, which is you have the hospitals and the firemen, etc., asking for protection material in one side. They're there, registered, not yet, but they will have. And this was being prepared for Portugal, but now it will be shared all around Europe, right, Antonio? And the other side, in the same app, the several potential providers, industries, makers, schools. Schools have printers and are willing to help. And in another layer, the providers of the filaments, crystal pelliculas, elastic bands. They're there to also provide the producers. So when an hospital needs an item, it will choose an item from the app because the app will also have the different articles with the references of how to do them and where they are approved. If the Spanish will be there, if the Spanish people only can ask for those, they will ask for those in the platform. Okay. If in Portugal another model is approved, because what I showed is not yet approved, but everyone is doing those. in Portugal, they will ask for those. But whatever is the model, please put it in the platform when it's ready and ask for production. And whoever is closer to the place of need and can provide will be like the cars in the Uber platform. You'll see who is closer, and you'll see what these closer people can produce. Like you see the car and who is closer, and you see the model of the car in the Uber. So the request, the match will be done. Okay. Now that some people start to worry about the long term and cannot provide materials for free forever, what I'm asking to the Portuguese, because I'm only speaking with the Portuguese, and I invite you in your country to start to get volunteers and providers, they start to say, I cannot for several months being offered for free these materials. I'm starting to say, put on the platform your conditions, terms of payment, discounts, price, whatever. It's not a platform for buying or selling. It's not a commercial platform. It's an information platform and request in terms of I need this quantity and I match this quantity. But the purchase has to happen outside the platform. So if an hospital needs a public tender because it needs something really big, it will do it out of the platform. If it's a direct purchase or if it is an offer, it's out of the platform. But you have all the information and you match the request with the possibility of supplying in the platform.
Thank you, Aurora. I suppose that you will let us know as soon as it is liberated.
Of course. I'll send to you because you are the one who has the contacts of all these people. And so you, on that moment, you invite everyone to register and start to feed.
Perfect.
But my suggestion is that you guys, knowing that this is being prepared, start immediately to list who is volunteering to print, who is at the list of hospitals, whatever, to feed quickly the platform when the platform is ready.
Okay, thank you very much, Aurora. Lisa, you wanted to participate with? You wanted to comment?
Just maybe if you send us what type of questions you need, what type you said who is ready to print and so on, so that we can send also to the network, so that we know exactly what kind of things you need in so that for your app, Aurora, so that we can then ask the members to and inform the members.
Okay, it's not my app in first place. It's being prepared on my suggestion, and I'm coordinating the people that is preparing, but it's not even in my company. It's another company expert in big data and apps and all that. So it's not my app. Now it's our common app, okay? And the data that is being built is a location, because location is important for the closest delivery as possible, is the entities that need, is the articles, and the entities that may provide, they will put there which of the articles they can provide made in each material, because the material makes part of the article, okay? A part of the article, for instance, if you can do a mask in PLA and in PETG, then you have two articles. One is that mask with PLA, another one is that mask in PETG, so that you can ask what you need. And the providers, the makers, etc., they will have to say if they have PETG because they could not get another material, or if they have PLA because they did not get another material, or if they have both. They have to say what they're able to do. But that's the match in the net. Okay, that's a net of data, and each one has to match. I still didn't spread on the social networks these. I contacted directly the associations, the forums, but not not a large spread, with the same care that Antonio told about spreading this link. I mean, sometimes too much people, and I know about my phone, not even going to the internet saying this, my telephone does not stop. I almost don't sleep. So I advise you to connect with the associations, the forums, and start to say a platform, a European platform is getting ready. Be prepared to offer your capacity of production.
We have done that. This is done from past, not this Monday, the Monday before, because the European Commission told us to do that. So we have been working on data inventory for quite some days. Every country in the European Cluster Alliance.
Okay. I was asking. I was going to ask European-wise. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We have sent your table, Antonio. You mean that we ask people to write what are their resources, but it's more on 3D printers.
I don't know. In our case, we ask for every resources.
Yeah, and yesterday on the meeting about the respirators, the ventilators, we've told about using a copy of the same app for ventilators and providers of parts, which is so different of the 3D printing that separating them makes everything lighter. Okay. It's different entities, the ones that provide parts for ventilators. Although some may be common, but for only a few parts, so it's not easy to live together.
Okay, I need to leave because, as you said, Aurora, it's a long day ahead. Okay, summarizing. I will split because I with the so crazy date yesterday, I think that we didn't communicate officially that we will meet every day from now on in this same link at 8:30. Okay. This meeting is open to participation of not only cluster but also to other agents. Okay, and the number. I'm not really worried if we are more people here. It's not the same as with the more focused teams, for example, for respirator. Okay, in this case, we could be more people. I think that it's good to be more people even, and we could try to share the different initiatives through this video conference. So don't feel free to split the call, okay, to invite your the cluster that you or the association or even the social association that you feel that could add to this fight. Invite them to join this meeting every day, 8:30 in the same link. Is the European Cluster Alliance GoToMeeting link, okay? And we keep in touch. It's okay. Anybody wants to add something before closing?
No, thank you. Thank you, Antonio.
Thank you, everybody.
Just to have a nice day without any casualty.
I hope.
Thank you very much, Antonio.
Muchísimas gracias. Muito obrigado. And tiene buen día. Have a good day. Tenha bom dia.
Au revoir.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you much. Thank you, Antonio, for listening.